Because the worst case scenario is ZEUS 2.0 coming out this bitch, okay? If a ZEUS 2.0 hits the field because of what Law did allowing Prometheus to go and save Big Mom, it's going to be a game over scenario. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Today I got for you One Piece chapter 1010. I'm bringing you some Crossroads gameplay, dropping 40 bomb, but what's going on in One Piece? Well, this is a beautiful fucking chapter, okay? Like, let's just give it up to Oda one time for being probably the most consistent writer in the game. Zoro goes big against Kaido. Luffy is about to bring it home. He's mastered Conquerors Haki. Luffy, or he's beginning to master Conquerors Haki. Zoro just found out that he has Conquerors Haki. I know that was a big, huge debate in the One Piece community for the longest time, literally probably a decade now. It's been going back and forth on whether or not he has it or not, but I'm getting too far ahead of myself. So what's going on in chapter 1010? Well, if you remember from the last chapter, Luffy and friends put the moves on Big Mom and managed to separate her from Zeus, trapping him in a metal box. Zoro managed some good speed and took Prometheus by surprise, effectively destroying the two hands of Big Mom, right? Yeah, she has Napoleon, but Zeus and Prometheus just allowed for her field of destruction to be so vast that once you remove both of them from the equation, this is an entirely different fight at this point, right? So she pretty much has to rely entirely on Napoleon sword techniques and hand-to-hand combat in order to combat this, because what else can she do at this point? But as we saw from what happened to her in chapter 1009, she's not too keen on that. Now that people have the ability to get past her defense, her hand-to-hand combat is not what, you know, it is not up to snuff, basically. And she was taken out, or supposedly taken out. So none of this worked for Big Mom because, you know, she took the fall over the edge in the previous chapter, and what we assume this is going to be GG for Big Mom, right? Wrong. Big Mom, even though she is fallen, calls out to Zeus and Prometheus, and with Kaido hearing this, he instantly goes on, you know, the offensive, and he's like, yo, Zoro, I like how calm he is about it, right? Zoro, I need you to let Prometheus go and rescue Big Mom. And Zoro's like, what? But it's too late at that point because now Kaido's on Zoro's ass. So this provokes Law to jump into the mix. And with Law jumping into the mix in order to help defend Zoro against Kaido, which was unnecessary, but we're going to get to that a little bit later. With Law jumping in to protect Zoro in this instant and, you know, striking Kaido with, I think it said an antibacterial shot. Don't know what the fuck that's going to do, but we're going to see that out in later chapters with, you know, Luffy going to fight him. But with Law jumping in to do this, it allowed for Prometheus and Napoleon in order to slip past them in order to get to Big Mom. Zoro reacts to this and is like, yo, what are you doing? Why didn't you stay on them? So Law, he's like, this isn't worth one of us dying over. You know what I mean? Like, we just wanted to separate them. There's no reason to take any unnecessary risk. And I kind of call bullshit on this because my whole thought process is you're going up against two Yonko. You've separated Zeus from her. Good job. And you managed to suppress Napoleon and Prometheus with Zoro. If Big Mom's allowed to get back into the fight, you see what I'm saying? Like, separating them wasn't enough. You know, in that moment, you needed to have let Big Mom go down. And what makes this whole situation even more crazy is that once you continue to read the chapter, you realize just how, I think it's page 6. You realize on page 6 of the chapter that she was really close to falling in the water. Like, Prometheus is just sitting there hovering above the water. She was close to falling. So if Law had just stayed there a little bit longer, this would be an open and closed case with Big Mom, right? You would have one of two Yonkos, or one of the 4 Yonkos down currently, but one of the 2 that they're dealing with right now in Wano. You can't pass up an opportunity like that, because now what you see from the chapter is you're going to have Big Mom flying back up to the top, okay? And actually what you do see is Prometheus being like, yo, Zeus is really fucking up right now. Prometheus talking shit about Zeus and Napoleon to a degree. He's like, yo, Zeus is always fucking up. He's always a liability. We can't keep going on like this. And so then Prometheus asks Big Mom for a favor because Big Mom kind of agrees with him. And what do you see start to happen from the sky, right? Killer and Kid, they're going to take on Big Mom right now, and they remark on something's going on with the clouds. What I'm thinking is going on with the clouds is probably the worst case scenario. Well, I'm getting ahead of myself. Big Mom is creating another Zeus. We know it can happen. All right. As of right now, for the most part, unless I'm getting something wrong, she's divided her soul into 3 different fragments. Okay, Napoleon, Zeus, Prometheus. We don't know if she can divide them anymore, but from what we see is going on right now above the clouds, she's making another Zeus, and all Zeus is her soul into a thundercloud. That's it. Like, that is it. If she's able to divide her soul another time, she can make another Zeus. And then she can just reabsorb the Zeus that's in the box once she gets him out the box, because that's obviously the plan that she has right now. There's really not a limit to what she can do with with the power of her soul fruit. So this is about to turn into the worst case scenario. You really only have Law to blame for this, right? Still love the chapter. It's a fire chapter. I'm just pointing out what's most likely going to happen come around full force in the next chapter that we see. Because the worst case scenario is ZEUS 2.0 coming out this bitch, okay? If a ZEUS 2.0 hits the field because of what Law did, allowing Prometheus to go and save Big Mom, it's going to be a game over scenario for everybody on there, because Luffy is not taking on Big Mom and Kaido. It doesn't matter what he's mastered, okay? I'm just being realistic at this point. They should not have allowed Prometheus to save Big Mom in this case, okay? So back to the review real quick. Not real quick, that's the entire point of this video. Y'all stay with me. So you may be asking yourself, I thought Luffy was fighting Kaido. What happened? Okay, because Kaido just now took on Zoro, and that caused Law to intervene. Luffy was supposed to be dealing with this man. What happened to Luffy? He is out fucking cold again. Kaido did it again. Okay, he one-shot, well, not necessarily one-shotted. He took him out. He's out cold again. This forces Zoro to have to jump into action, because why the fuck not, right? The fucking first mate of the pirate crew displaying a level of badassery that we have come to expect of him. What we see from Zoro is him using his 9-sword style demonic Ashura farce of the dead technique. Blew my fucking mind, okay? Blew literally everybody's mind, okay? Blew Law's mind, Kaido's, it blew his own mind, me, you, probably entire editorial staff. When they were, going over the, hard copies of this recent chapter. It's ridiculous what just happened. From this attack, Zoro has been confirmed to have Conquerors Haki, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Instantly, I was like, okay, so Zoro's bounty is going through the fucking roof after this. If it gets out, because we know CP0 is there in Wano, if this gets out that, the first mate of Luffy's pirate crew has Conquerors Haki, they're gonna have flashback to Roger's crew with the Dark Knight and Rayleigh, obviously, and things of that nature. This is a moment where Zoro's bounty is gonna jump exponentially, but this is to be expected, right? I mean, the parallels between Luffy's crew and Roger's crew. Rogers had Conquerors Haki, Rayleigh had Conquerors Haki. If we're talking about the movie Bullet, he has Conquerors Haki. It's not new that people of Conquerors Haki can form a pirate crew. The fact of the matter is that they did form a pirate crew, and now this is about to be displayed to the world government, because Luffy and pretty much any pirate crew threatens the world government. But even with that attack, Kaido remarks that this isn't enough to kill me. Okay, Zoro was at least hoping that it would be enough to, drop him to his knees, weaken him any more possibly, in order for Law to help get in there and, really finish off Kaido, or, Killer or Kid to come back. But it doesn't do any of that. Kaido actually says all this is going to do is leave a scar. He's more shocked about the fact that he has Conquerors Haki and not the fact that he actually landed in an attack. You see what I'm saying? So it does none of that. Kaido jumps in there, one-shots Zoro, he's out like a light. One-shots Law, he's out like a light. Kid and Killer, they're with Big Mom, like I stated, but Luffy, like the fucking Undertaker, pops up and is like, yo, I got you, don't go nowhere. And he starts just beating the dog shit out of Kaido. Like, there's nothing that he can do at this point. And I'm kind of disappointed. Like, I'm underwhelmed. If I'm being honest with you, from Kaido, I'm kind of underwhelmed. Him one-shotting people, yeah, we've been seeing that since they've entered Wano. I expected pretty much the first hybrid mythical Zoan form to just be absolute devastation. But unless I'm looking at this wrong, Luffy is making this shit happen in his base form. Like, I'm not seeing no steam pop off his body from Gear 2nd. He's obviously not in Gear 3rd or any variation of Gear 4th. He's handing it to Kaido in his strongest form, in Luffy's base form. Yeah, because obviously on page 17, there's no steam coming off this man's body. Like, Luffy's doing this in base form. I want people to understand that. Okay, so when he goes Gear 2nd, what he's going to do to Kaido is going to be destructive. He's going to kill him. Gear 3rd or Snake Man, Gear 4th, Supreme Conquerors Haki, mastered, full unlock, complete Street Fighter combo. Luffy is going to devastate this man. For real, he might actually be able to, now that I say that out loud, him going Snake Man, Gear 4th, Conqueror Haki, he might be able to 2v1 these, Yonko. That obviously isn't going to happen for narrative reasons. You cannot have that happen. But I'm curious to see what other people have to talk about this. This was just an amazing chapter, right? The next chapter, we're probably going to kick it off with the 1v1 against Kaido. And, well, actually, we might not see that in the next chapter. I think what we're going to see is Killer and Kid versus Big Mom. Let's go with that, and then probably in, like, the chapter 1012, we'll see Kaido versus Luffy. But, hey, I could be completely wrong. You know, Oda has been really pushing the pace of Wano just with so much that he's given us. It's gonna be hard to see what he's really gonna bring in next chapter. But ladies and gentlemen, that is all I have for y'all today. If you made it to the end, thank you. If you are new, go post social and smash that subscribe button. Let me know you rock with the content that I put out on this channel. Like the video if you like the video, dislike the video if you dislike the video. Comment on your video your thoughts and what you really think is going on. I want to know your thoughts about what you think is going to happen with ZEUS 2.0 if that's what we really get. But that is all I got for you. Subscribe if you're brand new, and like always, and until next time, I'm out.
In sight. Bring this home.
Counter spy plane established overhead.
Losing C. Taking Alpha.
Counter spy plane power at 50%.
Exactly how we planned it. Semper Occultus.
Ain't no mystery. We're just that.
So he should have thought killed him. He didn't focus killing me. It's so bad he would just focus killing me because I had this sentry turret. And he was not running because I